little bit creeped out. I found a channel on YouTube that talks about the government business quite in detail. And there's one thing that I remembered from that idea. So we have John Stossel. He does not have a nickname or a nickname for his special kind of work. So, but I'm gonna say that it's inspired by. Should check the channel. I only watched 3 videos. I don't remember what the second was. Maybe the first one, because the second was Lemonade Stand, and this kind of triggered me quite a bit. But every time I watched his video, it triggers me, because it talks about how stupid government is, and these are the people who make decisions for your country, pretty much. They creep in slowly and try and control more and more, but apparently they have less and less actual strategy of how to control things than the general public, obviously, because we are the hardworking people, not they are. Okay, they're not supposed to even understand anything, pretty much. They're supposed to understand how the society works, not much else beyond that. And what triggered this video is this $2 million bathroom, basically, a public bathroom for $2 million. That is absurd amount of money being wasted, or power being wasted. It's almost like you don't know where to spend money. Government is not supposed to spend money, by the way. Government is supposed to figure out where to fund, where to send money, what kind of things to request. Government is not supposed to be able to spend money. So that's kind of a first point right there. Government is not supposed to be able to spend money. What they should be capable of doing is say what they want, and that either gets delivered or not. They can throw money at it as well. Government has to literally buy things out of respect. And what happens with the money then? Government gets a bunch of taxes. How do you buy things using respect and intimidation? Just like you would buy respect from me. You want to interact with me. You want to sit down and talk to me. So just like you would want to actually sit down and talk to the government, there's a specific, thing we're gonna figure out. But mainly, the main quest is very simple. Government versus technology. Something that government will always lose, but it exists for a brief period because technology haven't been able to, jump on them yet. Okay, literally, there has to be jumping spiders that eat government. That's what I want for technology to make. Just a bunch of spiders. Here you go. Here you go, government. Eat this, asshole, and the jumping spider straight into his face. Here you go. Here you go, government. Fucking old man. and people know how to treat those spiders, so they get off easily. So we make a joke out of it, but they're pretty deadly, basically. It's like, now you have a spider stuck on your face. Ban all spiders! Well, how are you gonna do that? We're just gonna get very offended. I mean, oh look, government. There's a spider on your face. Hand-sized, basically. So it's like face size as well. How are you gonna take it off, man? Now you don't have a face. I don't know if you're a government person or not anymore. How do I see your face? There's just endless amount of fucking jokes we can make all of a sudden. It's beautiful. Just need that jumping spider technology for people that we don't respect anymore. It's like you come here to me and like you want some respect, and it's not a gun. It's not something that's supposed to kill you anyways. But potentially could if we make a jumping spider technology. Those spiders can potentially even carry guns all of a sudden. So of course they're gonna be banned. It's just a terrible, terrible, terrible dream that we have to start with, because that's how I feel again. I mean, literally we talking about the same subject of sexuality. Something that doesn't work at all and has only a minority reference holding the entire thing. It's like, well, I like sexuality, but we have to protect minorities. I don't understand. I don't understand nothing about that at all. Because that, you can tell how deep, we're deep in bullshit, okay? Meaning that when we talk about water, we talk ice, like that sort of stuff. We're very deep in bullshit. It's all of a sudden like, wow, ice is the most useful material ever, and water is like second tier or something. Ice is the best. Ice cream, guys. I love ice cream. No. It is actually a secondary material, just like gas would be a secondary material of water. Water vapor. Clouds. Very much secondary. You can't even touch them. Okay, I'm sorry about it. Even if you are in the same altitude as the cloud, how the fuck are you gonna touch the cloud? It's still pretty ridiculous. You have to wait for it to be fucking sad and cry its way all the way down. I'm sorry about that. Nothing but water itself can actually be talked about. So almost I have to invent a new word, and a new word already exists, which is vibing. And the same goes for government. Technology now is a thing. And maybe it's gonna go even further, so it's like the technology sounds same as government, but it still refers solely to technology or technological authority. Okay? So what is this technological authority? If a word just spits out into my face, that's a good deal. I'll take that. And yeah, we're gonna sit here for 3 hours and attack the government, basically. It's a government nuke. There's no escape. You will perish. But the idea is, you're lucky. Government is pretty fucking lucky. As always. You know, the actual government is very lucky. We have no idea what kind of cards to play to counter the government itself. It's like, I can play Hearthstone. I can play Hearthstone cards any way I want. It's not going to break the game. But it does break the game sometimes. Certain cards do break the game, it's just people choose to break the game for themselves, but not to break the game itself. Where one card, when it is being played, it actually changes how the game works all of a sudden. For all of us. That never happens. So government has in that sense, very strict rules, and they don't change regardless what we do, which is quite fascinating, right? When we deal with technology, it changes all the time, okay? Based on if you want to buy or don't, a price of a phone, let's say, changes. That portion of the government, and I'm not talking about the business here, I'm talking about the people who have to make decisions and rules to decide what is going to be the price of something. That's not a part of business. That's part of the government to decide, by the way. Because government is wrapped around science all over. Okay, they can decide a lot better than businesses can. Because this way, we get a very good understanding of what a price of the phone should be. And I would even encourage government to take this into account quite a bit. It's like, this is what you can do. There's one thing you can do, and is make sure that a lot of entities respect a specific price point. It's like if you enter a $1 store, you expect a very specific price. And it's a beautiful creation, okay, where businesses have to conform to a price, and they can do that. It's crazy. It's crazy that stores even are a reality. And that one thing government can actually embrace so well. Establish a rule, a typical challenge. And all of a sudden, once phones reach a certain price point, people will do crazy and intense amount of testing to find out which phone is worth buying. Congratulations, government, you figured it out. You did one thing right. You equalized the playfield. You created playfields, for fuck's sake. So, welcome to equality. Welcome to the game of equality. Here you go, government. I done all your work for you. Why am I dropping the nuke now? What am I gonna do for 3 hours? Well, I'm gonna try and keep dropping. Because this just comes out of nowhere. You know, I improvised. Oh. You just play this. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I can do more. You know, I'll try again. I'll try again. Now, the problem is terrible. The government gets the money, they get to spend it whatever they want, any way they want. It's terrifying, honestly. Shocking. All they have to do is collect donations. Then you don't even have to. You see, the problem is I can say what to do for the government and what they can do, but there's a lot of things the government does and they can't do that. No, you can't do that. How do you even get money for the government to operate? Well, what's gonna be that? Do you get a portion, some credit for creating the game of equality? Does that work? Well, people can donate directly to the government if they feel that the game is fun. The game is actually pretty cool. So there's literally government stores like these. And there's also outside shady, non-regulated stores. So there's always going to be a possibility to compare those as well. And which ones do you like more? You will either donate to the government or pressure government to, you know, make better choices. Make better games. But how the fuck did this happen? How did Gov became a game developer? Because now you're competing against me, and I don't like that. Get the fuck out of here as well. You're doing everything wrong now. I gave you something to do, and you're doing that wrong too. I mean, I don't mind reality to be played out properly. Using science. No, not really. Using statistics. Science has nothing to do with anything. Science can float into the air and disappear in space. I'm not concerned at all. I'm cared about people reading statistics and leaning towards certain choices based on those statistics. Like you get like a 5% or maybe even 20%, maybe even more confidence boost to lean towards a different decision based on what the statistics gave you. And you can keep on grasping for more statistics, but you need to understand, you need to be confident in yourself first to be a part of government. Be confident if you want to be a part of government. I'm pretty confident. Am I gonna be fucking elected somewhere? No. Because I'm not confident that when I say a silly little word, people are not gonna get offended. It's like, well, he can say that, or what is happening? Well, yeah. Not confident anymore. Whoops. Just bursted my bubbles. But hey, some other people can figure it out. How to do this in a confident way. And not bother me. Or anyone else. With their way of speech of delivery. Because they don't want to talk. And let's not forget, God is a bunch of mimes. But I don't want to talk. But they have to sit down to people and try a discussion. They have to try it out. If they sit down, they're not supposed to be mimes anymore. They have to like honestly explain things and like, now I don't have to censor myself. That sort of moment. So you can't shit on the government if they sit down next to you and talk about ideas that could be implemented, right? Now you sit down and you're capable of seeing the confidence meter of a certain choice, and maybe you'll be able to influence that a little bit, and you'll see that. You know, a person sits down and is gonna, based on that conversation, is gonna change the confidence meter, or will not respect you at all. You know, you're not gonna make a dent in their confidence. Who knows? But you need to do that. We need to be able to do that. So, have I left something? How did go? Well, I will leave logs behind. That's kind of the whole point. I guess this is a log too. But I have to be very aware that I'm leaving something behind. Including double spaces. Fuck off. Okay. Let's try another idea here. I really don't remember the third video, but I'm pretty sure I watched 3. I watched the lemonade stand, where the government requires you a permit. Oh, a playground. So I watched 4 videos, okay? 3 videos. Playground. Called Free Range Kids. Lemonade. I probably don't have to even say stand, because government now has a problem with lemonade. And I do too. I do too, don't worry about it. And $2 million public toilet. But it's pretty much just dumping money. That's That's what it's called. Dumping 2 million. What is the stupidest way we can dump 2 million? Yeah, so 3 ideas, and there's more to come. Because apparently 3 strikes and you are a channel. I know what you're doing now. I figured it out. There's an old man who's willing to figure out about the government a little bit. Okay. Willing to be a detective against the government. And it's a big deal. Just awareness alone. Awareness alone is a huge push forward in fixing things. Holy shit. Because now people have incentives because they see something. They have a incentive to hold some kind of passion or redirect their passions. It's crazy. Awareness alone makes a huge difference. We just need to put down the narrative and see what happens. See what can be done. See what kind of ideas I can generate. Because now, this is my fucking show right there. Alright, so Free Range Kids introduces the idea. It's not so exciting. But children without supervision, basically. No real terrible pressure put on them anymore. But at the same time, without pressures, there is no also benefit of like, I have to ask my parent this or whatever. All the kids have to operate on their own terms and grow on their own terms, and that's fucking awesome. Right? I don't think I got that much supervision on myself. Going to school, I had to go to school alone from the very beginning. So it's quite simple, and a lot of people did that. I didn't have to like be carried to school. No, it's fine. Maybe to a certain degree, but like seriously. And schools are kind of free range anyways. So I'm not exactly sure, like, this doesn't seem like a crazy cool idea. But I don't expect that to happen anyways. I'm just like, it is a little bit edgy as well. And people are gonna be emotionally scared to allow kids to just roam around. But it should be fine. Okay, I was fine. It should be fine. And there's nothing crazy about it. It's just kind of old school idea anyways. Now the lemonade stand is kind of what triggered me to pay attention to the channel. And it's quite a simple idea. Government does not permit you to sell things just straight up. Because anything you sell potentially is dangerous. And the government or whatever, everyone needs to know whatever you're selling is what it's made out of. It's a very simple idea. And it's not like it's straight coming out of space or out of piles and piles of books and regulations. No, you literally have to disclose what the lemonade is made out of. And potentially then you get a permit. But, obviously, there's an additional problem of knowing how to talk to police at the same time. And what kind of problems they see could be different at the same time. But I think that's the only problem. You have to just disclose what it's made out of. You have to give people samples too. It's like, yeah, that tastes about right. Because the government wants safety more than anything. And I think shops are fairly well regulated. But at the same time, if what would the customer do if something goes wrong? Where would they voice their concerns. It's quite a tough thing to understand, actually, to comprehend. What would you contact if something goes wrong? If you buy it, you have to go back to the store and try to get a refund and try to get the same kind of perspective that like this is not okay. It is a tough discussion to have, I'm not gonna lie. These things are tough. I don't even know, man. I'll just put a lock. See, I'm having a hard time. What do you do if you feel you got scammed? Because fighting scams is almost like an impossible game to play. You're just hoping that a lot of people are competing against each other, and when you get scammed, you just switch to the other product. You have to be scammed kind of consistently. The mistake could have been made, but also there's a production section, which also can be observed and regulated. Being scammed is quite a nasty process to do, and it's kind of hard to just hide everything. It's hard to hide, but it's still worth thinking about. Just like only Indians figure out how to just do phone call scams. Oh, let me fix your computer. Let me access your computer. Let me get your fucking credit card numberations. Let me get some money, because your computer is so broke. Whatever, like, and it's still pretty hard to hide, because, like, wow, now we're so good at detecting Indian accents. It's almost like a dizzy feeling of like, what do you want, dude? I don't like you anymore. It's almost like Indians are scamming themselves back because they're having a hard time to hide themselves, and they're diminishing their level of trust in general, and that's not a good thing for them. So, but hey, that's fine with me, because this is how it gets revealed how to fight against scams. You just trust less and less. You kind of see, my problem is like we have to technologically understand what a scam is, and beating scams technologically is a lot more difficult than you think, because people can literally do anything within technological bounds. Literally anything. So we have to just kind of give up on trying to fix every scam and avoid every scam. And what we have to do is just allow normality to be a majority of actions on the internet, you know? And almost like the best way to stop a scam, the best way to stop a scam is to stop abnormal behavior. I don't know. I literally don't know. It's quite abnormal to detect that something is wrong with your computer without being physically present in the moment and seeing what's going on. Right? How does it all work? But even that's a little bit sketchy. Like, how do you do that? Everything's sketchy. So we have to find new normals too of how certain things can get tested and who to trust. Okay, that's kind of the main point. The normal behavior defines who you trust. So what shops should go to? Because if the shop shows a scam, a sign of a scam, that's a pretty big dent into the shop's business in its entirety. That is crazy dent. You don't want to suffer like this. So you have to regulate as much as you can. And the shop itself almost has to have its own government kind of a unit of control. Like it's kind of a very simple deal. Every shop should have a gov unit of control. Wow, big deal that is. Every little business, every little thing that is consistent, is established, has to have government unit of control. And if police doesn't have anything better to do, they should just patrol and find new businesses establishing or new activities establishing. Establishment being created will need more government units, and those policemen could very well be the next government unit, essentially. Get themselves a promotion that way, and everyone then would want to start their government jobs through learning how to police things, how to observe things, basically. It's not a fucking big deal at all. And yet, the latter system does not exist. So I'm really concerned. I'm concerned that ladder to proper gov education doesn't exist, because education does not exist. You know, all of a sudden we're entering a wasteland of non-existing formation of your decision making, basically. Like, that's not existent. You haven't observed real world well enough, and haven't thought about how would you solve a problem. Because every single time a policeman observes something wrong, seemingly, they have to file a report if they don't want to lose their job immediately, basically. Crazy, right? But they have to file a report of how would they solve a problem. Just a very kind thing to do. Because you're an observer. Okay? If you don't know, that's fine. But then you have to be prepared for some education. To read all the reports, you know, as a punishment of not knowing. Or having to file a shitty report. So basically, every police dispatch to trouble needs a report, not just observation, of best solution. They can finally that's the only way you're gonna graduate police. If you don't just report on things, you also provide solutions. Yes, you have been able to use force to solve the problem, but see, that's the whole point of educating police of what would be the best solution, because no police officer can actually apply the best solution ever. They can only apply force. It's fucking stupid, dude. And in fact, that's what we all gonna say. Force. Please apply me very smart ways. Please just show that you would do something smarter than what you just did in order to disarm the trouble, basically. Wow. What would be the best solution? We need mindfulness. And if someone within or within the reach of police, basically, I would be within the reach of police to give them solutions for free. Not for free, obviously. They can pay me, you know. They can take all the credit if they want, but they have to pay me a decent amount for me to just work for them. Maybe I hate police work, but I'm capable of giving them best solutions. You know, the separation kind of happens, and they can take the credit for it because they kind of found a person that they can rely on in the first place. So that's cool. And if I don't like them, I file a shitty. I say I don't know, you know. I don't like you, I don't know, man. And they start fucking sweating. Because I know. I know. I do know. Here you go. Another next tier, basically. We found how to solve the police work. Isn't that fucking amazing? We're nuking the government and all of a sudden the government is like, oh, so I have to change now. Whoops. We have met technology. In this war we can't win. What do? Hide. We are the scam. It's very hard to hide though. We are also the government. It's almost like it's the funniest thing. Government is the biggest scam. Always trying to hide in plain sight. It's the funniest thing I ever seen, dude. Like, it's not like every single person can request attention from the government. And you might be able to do it like once a year or something. Prepare for some government intervention. Let's fucking talk. Talk down, boys. Once a year. At least once for one person who decided to actually use this right. Oh my god. Once a year, a person should be able to sit down with gov person. Okay, it's very simple. This way we can fucking catch them, understand them, actually vote for them in person. Vote for them in person, dude. We don't have to wait that once 4 years election of some kind of fucking stupid shit. No. We vote for them in person. Do I like this person or do I not like this person? That's how we vote. Okay. Then we vote like or dislike. And we vote privately, so government does not even know who's winning or losing unless they tap into our fucking system, basically. We know. They don't have to know, okay, whether you're being liked or this, but they probably can get the knowledge of that very easily. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we can do it for our own sake this time. We can hijack the voting system and it's not election at all. The election now becomes a natural thing, basically. A natural occurrence of this government person actually got naturally elected through this like and dislike measures, basically. And he becomes the president, the head of like, how did you do that, you know? So the president comes from, president will be the most liked ever. Okay? So president has to show up in a lot of places and do a good job at talking, basically, just with generic people. Some people, obviously, some people are gov people. And their like and dislike meter. Basically, their likes and dislikes mean more. Okay? But when they like you or dislike you, here's what happens. Even though they mean more, if you are 50-50 split government person, your like and dislike means nothing. But if you like 70% and 30% split, you can maybe give like a 1% influence on a person above you, basically. So when president is being elected, it's almost like the government is electing the president this time. They might tap into our results or not. It doesn't matter. It's kind of helpful for everyone of us to know who's winning or losing, but it's their game to play. It's their little private game to play, to come together, like and dislike each other, because they have quite a lot of influence. If there's someone with 99% likes and 1% dislikes, that's a huge influence. But I'm talking about positive amount of likes. And then you kind of transfer that 1% of your influence to the other person. Now, what if you're a very disliked person and you like someone? Well, this way, you're like the bad guy. You can actually reduce their ability to become a president. You can't actually elect a president, but you can dislike them instead. So it becomes kind of manipulative, but every person can just, in the government, can manipulate things. They can have control if they want. It's like, it's your choice which way to do everything. But it's people who are going to decide whether you're going to fall into that 50-50 range, where you literally don't matter as a government person, and you'll be sad in election time when you have to decide things. So here you go, I fixed your fucking elections, basically. Elections are gov private thing. I'm sorry about that. It's not supposed to be public anyways. It's super boring. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody actually talked with the government ever in their life. They just see faces, talking some gibberish, promising things. That's not cool, okay? I want people to sit down and see what kind of person they are. That's it. You know, all of a sudden, our incentives completely change. Right? What is this? We don't... Public doesn't need this. Okay? Shut the fuck up, public. And by the way, Trump can get reelected if he wants. Who fucking cares? Do you care? You really care about this stuff? What the fuck? It's no longer a decision anymore. It's just like, whatever phase has survived the government will be elected now. Okay? This is why re-election is now a common thing. Obama was re-elected and Trump is going to be re-elected. We don't even know the other faces anymore. We're colorblind. We're government blind now. Okay? We're hoping that the other face that we will try to get to know is going to be, well, a nice public figure all of a sudden. We can actually be friends with that person and make as much fun as we can out of that person. We hope, okay? We will try. And hopefully that president elected is not going to try and outrule the control of the entire government. It's like, fuck that shit. You're not a fucking face of entire worlds. You're not supposed to be able to go to war just like that with a snap. It's fuck off, man. Nobody likes that. And everyone understands that the approval rating of the government itself is very much at stake here. If they don't change the election process, it's going to get worse and worse, regardless of who gets elected. It's absolutely impossible to escape this insanity any other way. Okay, just like Hearthstone can print as many cards as they want, they have to fucking nerf cards first. Nerf! Please! There's some broken cards. You made mistakes. Acknowledge your stupid mistakes, for fuck's sake. You know? Authorities are terrible at acknowledging mistakes. And I still don't know how the fuck do I type this word. I will never acknowledge that. I know, I forgot the C. Yeah. Thank you. I see now. Very good. How far did we went? We almost went for an hour. Ooh. So, now we're fixing election process. First we fixed what what games we're gonna play as the government. Does that still make sense? I'm gonna double check. It definitely does make sense that you wanna equalize the playfield. Find the standard. It's a game of find the standard. Gov, please find a standard. Expected price for things. It's like, that's what you can do, but you can't just spend the 2 million on a public toilet. Why is government like a big ass entity that can decide what to buy? All of a sudden, I'm a big human being now, just like everyone else. No, you're a control unit. You're supposed to encourage or discourage a certain type of behavior. That's another point. Is like government buying through respect will encourage or discourage behavior. Very simple. They only get money for themselves, okay? So they get this encouragement to run the government. We don't have enough encouragement to become a human being all of a sudden. That smash. I'm a smash some fucking rules and regulations. Smash it. Smash some regulations. Let's go, man. Slap some in. Oh, businesses. Yeah. Let me take some money. Let me fucking write something down on a piece of paper. That's a new rule, by the fuckers. Follow this rule or you're gonna be fucking shot by police right there. We militarize the police and we see... You see, that's how fast we can hide right now. On gunpoint. Government is like declaring indirectly war against us. And at least in US. And it's like, is it really necessary to go to war? We're just gonna move. Or Russians gonna be happy to go to war, basically. Russians can't wait to go to war. They can't. They can never stop going to war. They're literally ready for war anytime. It's like, war? Yeah. I play tanks. I play Tank Simulator. I play tanks. Let's go to war, motherfucker. I want to play a tank simulator in reality now. Okay, let's not forget Russians, and I specifically spell Russians like that, are always ready to play war with us, okay? With us. But it's so crazy, isn't it? What happened, US? What happened? You became us now? You represent us as as the everything of the world, the soul of the world. Fuck off, man. We're gonna call you Susan now, okay? We're gonna call you Susan. And I know what's hiding behind that US motherfucker. I know what's hiding in there. Okay, so fuck yeah. Now I'm happy. Russians can go play war with Susan now. That's what we want. So this selection process, what is the conclusion, basically? What is the conclusion? We need simple ways to contact the government. We just need it so fucking badly right now. Because otherwise the government is gonna hide away and disappear and gonna intimidate us with coronavirus. Yeah, I get the coronavirus. Where is my ability to talk with the government? Where is it? Where can I voice my concerns? You know, I can rant for 3 hours and I haven't seen a fucking government person before. What is a government person? Will I ever see one? Will I be able to talk with one? Ever. Besides talking one in my dreams. When alien invasion happens. Only when alien invasion happens, and only in your dreams can you talk with a government person. Well, that's the problem solved then. I'm waiting for that alien invasion just like everyone else, remember? Everyone is waiting for that conspiratorial alien invasion where something terrible is happening and we don't know what, and we will unite, obviously. We will have to unite. Well, fuck you. I'm not uniting at all. I'm gonna stab everyone in the back. I'm gonna become an alien now. Fuck that shit. I want to be an alien. I will decide to want to be alien. Actually, that happened in my dream. Actually, it happened. Oh my god. Oh my god. If alien invasion happens, I am an alien. I am so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry I killed you and your family and maybe the rest of your self-esteem. Whatever you feel you had. Okay, just destroy it. I'm an alien. You gotta kill me first. Because I'm easy to kill. I'm an easy target. I just said what I am. But alien invasion is not happening, so don't worry, guys. I'm still here to save the day from stupidity and bullshit. But I will become insta-stupid when alien invasion happen. Insta-stupid. I see an alien, I'm like, hey, dude. I killed a bunch of human beings. Am I helpful? Can I join your society? Because right now, the chance of finding society in alien world is much greater than finding society here. So I definitely would just, would just go for it. Definitely. But because I don't have a gun or a way to defend myself, I kind of just wasted my breath. I'm gonna be killed by the government any moment now. Any moment. Obviously no. Because I can't contact them. They would literally arrest a lot of people you would guess. And that's correct. Government probably will find a reason to arrest you for being disrespectful or whatever. For just a few fucking weeks or whatever. Just figure out what jail looks like, because you seem very disrespectful. That's kind of the downside of talking to the government. It's a little bit sketchy if you say something wrong, but that's fine. If you break their heart. I don't think you fit for society. Let's go to jail for a few weeks. See how you like that. So you broke my heart. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's not a fucking mindset I want to be in. But I had a dream and now it's back. It's like I've been educated. I've been educated to exterminate. You never know, man. You fucking never know. You never know when crazy shit happens who have been programmed against us. Okay. You never know. And I can't defeat this extreme O anymore. Because when the message becomes edited, the US goes down, man. It goes down. It becomes two-liner. It becomes a conversation. I don't want to have a conversation. This is why I am your YouTube CEO. Talk to me. Or, it will get worse. Okay, you don't think I have power or responsibility or anything that would help us to run YouTube faster, a little bit faster before all the problems come cracking down on us? Because the problems are external. The government wants to crack down on what is YouTube? What the fuck? Everyone making business now? Give me money, man. You're not giving enough money. I will destroy YouTube right now. Easy. Some stupid government is gonna declare war on YouTube. Like, what's gonna happen? I say I'm a YouTuber and they will start invading my country just because. And my country's gonna be like, yeah, take him. He's fucking useless anyways. Some crazy shit can start happening, dude. We have to protect what we have. Believe me. So someone has to talk to me basically because I'm trying to role play as a government person. You can't talk to YouTube authorities, but you can talk to me, and that's what makes you a government person. Congratulations. But it's awkward too. It's just very awkward because government is mostly mimes, anyways. It's kind of weird. I just said that, and it makes me feel awkward. I think government should know even more how to speak with people, or at least how to how to speak convincingly. That's a little bit better. And miming is one of those things of like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I have these emotions now. I'll try and help. I'll be a helpful person. Is that good enough? Yeah. The government is gonna try and avoid conversation as much as they can until they have to like explain something to you, and then that's fine. They will explain something to you and leave, basically. Well, that's all the time for today. Because the moment you the moment you let Gov explain something, they will drain all the time. All of the time. No more time for you. I'm explaining something. And it takes fucking 3 hours sometimes. Imagine that. Well, they will definitely take like an hour to explain one thing. Definitely. They have the capacity to. And they would want to. Based on their emotional state. Sometimes it just naturally doesn't happen. But that means they didn't want to explain something. But when they do, they will spend a lot of time. And your ability to talk to the government is going to be time up. That's it. That's all time for today. It's probably like an hour and a half is going to be permitted. So fine. And by the way, the reason why I talk so confidently of what's going to happen in the future is if anyone has a better idea, they can implement it faster than I am. But essentially my idea is going to happen sooner or later. Doesn't matter anything. I'm a slow turtle in this race, but I am a very meaningful one indeed. Because I'm not supposed to do this. I am a destroyer of the government. I'm not supposed to do this. I hold the flag of technology much greater than government can hold its ass in a fucking chair. Okay, 24-hour sitting down challenge. Government can't do that against me. Okay, we'll lose this challenge. While they sit, I have to speak or whatever. No, I don't know. It's just I am much more equipped to do technological work and maybe educate the government if they step too far, if they don't know what to know, what to think about, on how to think about things, how to simplify things. That's fine, I can do that for them. And this is one of those times. I simplify things, I don't expect things to be run exactly this way, and I don't give exact directions of how it's gonna work out. Maybe this is stupid, but it doesn't seem stupid to me. It's a simplified idea of something that already worked tremendously, I would say. I'm like, I looked at a dollar store and I'm like, wow, that's a great tease right there. Really great tease. Because it does seem cheaper there, and it seems cheaper because they have to like compete in a completely different way. They have to now provide you with value and not with distractions and scams. Because that's what businesses always are trying to squeeze in. It's a little bit of a scam. And in a dollar store, it's impossible to do that. That's impressive, man. That is really, really impressive. What happened there? Yeah, and I want to be useful to police. You know, I don't want to be looked at as like, well, this guy doesn't have a fucking job. Yeah, what's the best solution? Excuse me? What's the best solution you can fucking find? You don't have a best solution? Don't comment on things, you stupid policeman. And policemen who can't comment on things, they will soon figure out how terrible their job is, basically. Okay? I mean, let's hope at least that works out. Let's keep moving. Kind of running out of stamina already. I can take a brick. What is this? I have introduced some of the problems, I guess. Play. Pause. What is the name of the arrow? We have this arrow forward. Fine. It's like the play button. So you know what kind of videos to watch if you want to catch up. From John Stossel. I want to watch more. I want to see what I can find. I probably have to put a break on. But I just want to run down one more time. And the final one will like... Yeah, we really need to talk to the government. Really badly. So 3 ideas kind of finalized. What is next? What can we think about next? Because I still can think about the lemonade thing, the regulation thing. But regulations are hijacked by businesses. That's fine. We understand what happens. Government is not supposed to spend money. It's supposed to spend people's confidence. That we need a control structure in the first place. If we don't donate the control structure, it should fall apart. Okay. And government has to understand. Government literally exists out of people's donations. Technically. It's very difficult to resist the urge to donate when you're put on gunpoint. Very, very difficult urge to resist, but technically government is trying their best. So it literally exists out of people's donations, sometimes through force. Okay. Sometimes those donations come through force, and that has to be cleaned up every time. Every time there has to be a reset, and the government has to try and back off, basically, and see if people will still donate, if they have the freedom to. And the government can come back and show us the guns and be like, oh, we're very powerful, give us money now. So it can go up and down, whatever. We'll agree to that, okay? Who doesn't want to agree to some type of freedom sometimes? I don't have to pay taxes anymore. Whoa! Holy shit, that's cool. That's amazing. Government's gonna take care of its own fucking shit for once. Gonna pay for its own fucking shit. You know, obviously if you go beyond some kind of threshold, you're gonna have to pay. Okay, the government is gonna specifically pick you up and ask you to pay. Basically, don't be an asshole. Government will cover taxes, but please don't be an asshole. You'll be taken out. Somewhere, somehow, you'll disappear from society. Don't be an asshole. Nobody likes an asshole. Very stinky. Very expensive. But other than that, we can finally... Wow, we're figuring things out all of a sudden. Obviously, it takes a lot of mistakes and a lot of bullshit to go through, and the government is still gonna go through fucking Hunger Games of like, well, we have to eat government now, we have to eat ourselves away from this stupid way of life, right? The government must be destroyed in the end. But now we're gonna phase into the next level, and the final level. I mean, I have to pull out my trusty old clock and show it to the government. There's not a lot of time left, okay? There is not a lot of time. We are pretty much here. So you have... Government has 60 years left. Imagine that. I will be 85 by the time government is defeated. So technically I will literally celebrate as an old man. It's like my final words have to be, before I die, government is defeated. Government is no more. Okay? We moved forward in history and we did it. Fucking nailed it. Actually, it's gonna be 65 years later, but whatever. This is a good estimation of a very, very edgy clock, man. It's an edgy goddamn clock. A lot of us who live right now will get to witness this huge change, or a change towards that disappearance of the government. And then poof, poof, no more government. So, and that's all thanks to technology, basically. It's all thanks to us understanding that the greater power lies within us and not in someone else's hands, okay? We own the power. Government just intimidates us and changes the game a little bit, the way they want, the way they think that it's much more comfortable that way. So we will have to fight conspiracies and all that kind of bullshit more and more as well. Why not? But I'm not gonna theorize about it. See, conspiracy theory, not a good word. Maybe conspiracy is gonna be happening. We're not gonna theorize about it. We're gonna tackle those conspiracies and put them to rest. Just like I did with 9/11. It's in rest now, okay? What 9/11 is to me is just an event of marriage. I married to someone. I don't know. Someone from US. Someone very rich. Please come. Please come if you can. Especially if you know how to sing. And you can sing One Last Time for me, one last time. When I really, really need it. One last time, motherfucker. Let's go. Or the light is coming. Because by the time government is gone, I will be gone too. See, I have a huge attachment to the government now. A big old leech. Please, government, don't disappear. I want to be a part of this journey, operation we're handling right now. Now I'm in love with the government all of a sudden. What are you gonna do? I'm very much in love right now. It's terrible. Whoopsie doozy. Okay. I think that's it. You look at me. I'm a G-man. I'm a government man. Look at it. It's the best. It's the best, man. Now I'm not sure if I... But I am an alien, so the government will have to talk to me, all of us. You will have to talk to me, you fucking fool. There is no choice anymore. I'm an alien. Hello. I have never dreamed about Trump or Obama, so, come on, guys. Where are you? You gotta show up in my dreams now. It's the only way I will give any respect to you at all. You don't show up, you're a loser. As a president, you're a fucking loser. I definitely didn't dream about any presidents of my own country. Forget about that. My country exists? My country has a government? What? That's news to me. Because I only exist on YouTube and English is my only language, basically. So I'm sorry about that, guys. Locals. I'm sorry about what did you say? I don't understand. I do not understand your language. It's terrifying me. Alright, I'll take a break. I will come back with more ideas, with more videos played out. So yeah, this is solved. The regulation part is kind of solved. I mean, government, if we get to talk to the government, can we do lemonade stands? We need to teach children about we will overwatch the process, okay? We'll overwatch the process as adults. It will help children through the process. Just opening a letter, it's very important for people to educate how to handle money. Just incremental steps like that. And maybe lemonade stands are gonna be like this simple step. Selling cookies, simple step. Okay. A policeman can stand nearby, just let me taste that fucking cookie, motherfuckers. And he has to be a black policeman, because we're all about that black police thing, right? Yeah. But it's just a taste test is required. Some government person comes down and gives a permit. It's their responsibility. We have to make it their responsibility, basically. That's the lemonade problem solved. Lemonade problem requires Gov to come down and give us a permit. You think we need a permit? Maybe we do, so come give us one, okay? And shut the fuck up or we go to war for a lemonade stand right there. We're gonna lemonade stand on your fucking face and give you some lemonade. We all have some lemonade sometimes to give, okay? So a government person will have to come down the other way around. Okay, we'll have to lay down on the ground and we're gonna give them some lemonade. I can't wait. I have a big pee-pee of lemonade. That's it, motherfucker. Okay. This is where it all comes down. Fuck, I literally skipped G. Now I'm retarded. Someone forgot the alphabet. Government? What have you done to me? It's all a conspiracy. Well, eat. No. Just drink some of my big pee-pee lemonade. Very good. Very good. That's a very good lemonade. Believe me, it's free too. Also free. Also very free. Oh. Hey, government. Come down. Let's drink some pee-pee water. Fuck yeah, dude. Now all I have to do is just so I fixed lemonade problem easy. This channel is gonna provide me with all kinds of fucking things to do right now. Just sit down and do it. Playground is old school and automatically fixable, as long as government doesn't just come in and be like, woof 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 on children. Hey, children are fucking suffering from their parents well enough. Can you let them roam around for 1 second? Shut the fuck up, government. You don't care about children at all. So, and again, we take away the right for them to spend money entirely. The only right they have is create equality games. And still, they can only do it in 50-50 portions. Okay, they can't really enforce it. They just have to very much encourage people to do it. Maybe they will share some wealth or government status with us, or they will want to talk to us more. Like, they're capable of actually giving some good stuff. Okay, government eventually will learn that money can be replaced. It's just government talking to us is valuable. Talking to us, encouraging, educating, explaining and observing is valuable. We will take it. Thank you, government. Finally. For fuck's sake. Some people are fucking lonely. They want that once a year table set up, okay? 1 hour. If you're lonely, maybe you get fucking extra benefits from that. I don't know, man. But come on. It's like, no. I don't know. Maybe you'll set yourself up for that 1 hour. You'll fucking prepare yourself for hours and hours. A perfect presentation. And hopefully it fucking works out for you. Future me, basically. Hey, future me. You know what to do. Fucking work 100 hours, man. 1,000 hours. You gotta get that presentation clean. Because, you gotta become a part of the government and start talking to people, you know? And some people will really want to become gov people. Okay, it's just simple. Really, really. But right now, as you tone down the light and look around, reality zombie apocalypse, what I'm talking about is like, whoa, uplifting unicorn land type of stuff. Welcome. Give me more power right now. Give me power. I am an alien. Give me power. I have given you uplifting feelings. Give me power now. Give me good feedback. Talk to me. I am an alien. I will create invasion. I don't even have to... I just have to talk in robot voice and government is going to be scared already. Wait, that's robot voice. Hey Siri. What is robot voice? How will technology destroy the government? Well, we're not going to tell you. We just take over the world. Is that technology will troll and time and time again, saying that they will take over the world, but they will never will. We're just trying to scare the government, okay? I'll take the brick. Now I'll find if there are more puzzles to solve. See you guys then, in a second. Don't worry about it. 3. Forward. So watched Border Patrol. US pretty much, obviously. It's all about US, but this is really important, okay? And all the videos that I watched, important enough to talk about. I wasn't really educated about China's problem. Oh, what's the big deal? This might fall off as another old school thing that's kind of like it's always the problem. It's always different problems. But we're gonna talk about something important. There's something reoccurring right now that I have to educate people about. Haha. Very funny. Very fanny. About ideologies and how they work through my perspective. And my perspective is the best, of course. Anyways. And then there is progressive laws, I guess. Minneapolis. This is where George Floyd thing happened, and the guy was discussing that the socialism is coming, basically. Trying to rule over and change laws based on how they desire the laws to be changed. And technically, US is so socialistic in nature anyways. Welcome to US if you haven't fucking figured it out. And this is why it's called progressive anyways. It's like US has enough resources to kind of self-destruct. It's fucking weird, but we're gonna have to discuss socialism communism, capitalism, and governism all over again. Oh my god. So boring. Well, it's not boring because nobody fucking actually understands what they're talking about. You have to attack the roots of the words and kind of provide a bad ideology or a good or a decent ideology. I don't know what isms stand for yet. So I'll give you guys the decent version, the version that people can actually agree with, because it's a form of, let's say, some kind of establishment. And some people can say it's a form of control. No, it's establishment. It feels like control because when you're born into that system, you have to learn the system rules. So, what does it mean for social establishment to be the case? How does it look like? And there's going to be community establishment, capital establishment, and government establishment. And it's really difficult because now we kind of have to travel through time and understand the different establishments work in different times. Socialism works when nothing works. When we don't have any technology or knowledge whatsoever. Socialism works very well. It's a bunch of random things happening, basically. Socialism is based on random things, mostly emotions, ruling over everything. It's like whatever you want. You get whatever you want. I don't know how to fucking say genies, so I'll just say genies everywhere. You get all your wishes come true. But because those wishes are emotional, they're probably gonna last like one day, and they're gonna be overridden by someone else's wishes. So this is why socialism feels so fucking weird, is anytime you wake up the next day, someone else fucking decided to take things away from you or whatever, and now you have to fight back for those things. So wake up, some item is missing, because socialism allows people to just walk free and take stuff free, and we call it sharing. We'll call it access to resources that you need, and we overwatch those resources because we have so much time on our hands. So all of us kind of overwatching at the same time. We're kind of playing random roles, but we don't even know what roles we're playing, basically, because they're so random that we have to be all over the place. But this is the basic establishment. Very, very simple. And if people really, really upset and emotional, they might try and default into this mushy and random way of life, which is not... If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it, obviously. If you're not ready for it, don't do it. You have to really know what socialism is about to actually perform it. So if you... like, imagine 100 people going to live in an island, and at first it's gonna be this random bullshit going on until people find their roles, until people find what's actually successful and who might have to be sent away from the island because they're so fucking toxic or whatever. But not just toxic in the way they live, okay, not the way they behave, the way they live and interact with society, right? Society has a huge problem, which is or socialism. Biggest problem of socialism is toxic people are entirely rejected. They're entirely rejected. Thrown away, basically, outside. Or, I don't know. Now, US technically should work as a socialism world. I mean, the newest addition of a country in the world will always start with socialism and try and progress somewhere else. This is why it feels progressive as well. Because it feels progressive, okay? You inserted your way of life, overridden some kind of law. It feels progressive because something changed, but it's not progressive at all. It's just the name, okay? The name. I'm sorry about that. So, what is communism? People are attacking China for being too communistic. It is not communistic, it is governistic. And people don't fucking understand nothing about communism at all. Apparently. Just like with socialism, they don't understand it. But for some reason, everything aligns with my way of thinking and not theirs. So it's like, maybe you should double check something. I don't understand. So community, right? Socialism evolves a little bit. We establish a community. We entirely reject a certain amount of people. We have a community of people who agree with each other. What does that mean? Now we have some rules. We have some rules that we kind of expect people to follow. But there is no overall authority. And this is where people stop thinking. It's like, oh, China is definitely communistic because there's not necessarily an authority's face, but you can't judge authority because technically they pretend that there is no authority. No, if you can't judge authority, that shouldn't be a rule that stops you and shuts you down and silences you. That means there is authority. Anyone who tries to enforce the law is authority. Okay, but when the entire community decides of what the rules are supposed to be, everyone is enforcing the law, technically. It's not random anymore. It's kind of very well structured. There's, in communism, there are plenty of expectations have to meet to stay, basically. It's like a way of thinking. You have to align with the way of thinking. Just like in socialism, you have to align with the way of emotions flow. And you have to be emotional to want things, because every time you have to rub the genie to help you acquire things and do things with what you acquired. In communism, you have to align your thinking with the way everyone else thinks, so you don't get in trouble. Okay? You meet all the expectations and you do the extra thing with what resources you gain from that. I don't know. You just have to align. Don't break them. It's mostly just breaking expectations that makes people upset and they throw you out again. But again, the biggest problem is always going to be how do you manage bad people, so to speak. It's always going to end up being a problem. So in communism, if you don't have the same way of thinking, that is a tough one. This is again where like, oh, so China is communistic because it's trying to re-educate people. That's not what communism would do. Technically, yes. Technically. See, the thing is, China is borrowing communism and is capable of slapping in a huge amount of authority on top of that. I don't think China is communistic, is it? They're capable of fueling the idea of communism, but they themselves live in a governistic way. They kind of live if you really take China for what it is, it's modern as fuck, okay? It has access to newest technologies easily, but it also has this technological overhaul of authority as well. Like, it's watching you for sure, and it's really judging you right now. In communism, you wouldn't be judged unless you do something unexpected. Okay? So let's forget about that. Let's move on. I hope I fucking fixed your problem. That's my China's problem. China doesn't have a problem in America. People just don't understand what it is. So they're waving some flags that they don't understand what it is. Now, U.S. border is completely different problem. Here you just need to understand what these things are. Socialism and governism. The way back moment and the way modern establishment. What does that mean? How does this progress through establishments all over again? But this is important because I've learned a lot, so I'll be able to give a better perspective. I still don't know what happens, though, to people. We try to re-educate something, but, okay, you break the expectation. Something completely different happens, I think. If you break community, we break you. Take away, like it's a breaking of marriage. We take away 50%. That sort of stuff happens. Okay, you make a mistake, we take away a huge portion of you, of your wealth. And now you have to deal with way less all of a sudden. And you're gonna gradually grow back up. Really bad people are gonna keep cutting themselves apart and shrinking down, but not entirely rejecting. Now is it the biggest problem of socialism then? Because now communism gives a completely different look back, entirely rejected. Maybe this is not a problem, this is the solution. Okay. And socialism might not even reject people. Socialism will make people less capable of wishing for things. Because you wish for, like, your life to be better, but you have to make your life be better. Basically, it's even crazier than you think. Trying to be toxic in socialism, they will re-educate you. They will rip your wishes apart, and you will lose ability to speak the same language or whatever. You'll not get the education. People are not going to tell you things, basically. This is the scariest thing. You bump into someone and they're not willing to tell you their things. But sometimes they have to do it. Okay? And in a community, they have to do it. It's just the resources that suffer. So, socialism kills communication. Communism kills resources. Okay? And you can see how it actually progresses as well. Resources is direct link to capitalism. Alright. Let's brace ourselves to meet capitalism now. Alright, cha-ching, baby. Let's talk about resources. And the capitalism is going to try and kill your ability to control choices, maybe, in your life. It's predictable now. You see, everything is predictable. You just have to pick up a nice pattern for yourself. And bam, 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 it's repeat itself. So easy. But you have to learn that fucking skill. Oopsies, you know. What do we have? 1.5 hours. We're gonna explain these 4 little thingies. It's kind of a map, but not really. Capitalism. What does capitalism do? Obviously, it's asking for growth, right? But let's look from communism forward. So communism evolves forward and builds bigger and bigger town now. And capitalism is like, well, so that's what we wanted to achieve. Right? So building things is important for capitalism. Capitalism wants to build bigger, better things. But better again, it's like, they might not understand what better means. So acquire more resources and display the resources. Or put them together in a way that's actually useful. Because you don't want to build things that are useless completely. So this is where the growth, the community comes together and finally grows an actual city out of it. This is where population starts exploding as well. Because sometimes, oh, we can't build anything anymore. But we can still build humans. More humans, please. So there's always, with capitalism, comes a wave of some kind of resource acquirement. Every time. Let's acquire this resource. What happens if you don't comply to capitalism? Alright, let's find out. Now, it's so simple, right? We defined what capitalism is. In general. But there's always going to be people who, can follow capitalism for some reason. Can follow an establishment. Like, what's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, man. What's wrong? I mean, there's always progression forward. And you can contribute to that progression and feel good about yourself. Congratulations. Don't be a loser. You kind of lose ownership. First of all. Mostly people who build things, they get to keep those things. They get to decide what these things are going to be used for. So that's first. You lose the ability to access something. But there's going to be more, obviously. See, capitalism rewards you with money. This is where money gets introduced for sure. Now, there's a whole nother way of life where everything is evaluated by something. By some kind of number or a resource. It all comes down to one thing. But this is now complicated. What can you do in capitalism, huh? Like, you don't want to do anything. But you can look at it in modern ways. Okay, in capitalism, well, you're not going to get a job. And you're going to struggle quite a bit. But this is not capitalism. This is worse. Something worse. If you are rejected from society in any capacity whatsoever, people might not want to talk to you or whatever. That's fine. You can still read those people and see what's up. Because in socialism, you are equipped with ability to bump into people and make them talk, try and communicate. So if there's something wrong, you will be able to drill through that, but first, the most embarrassing thing that you have to go through is inability to actually talk anymore. Like, it's really, really painful. In communism, people are okay with whatever you have. They don't really attack your wealth or whatever you accumulate. But if you break an expectation, they will come, tell what you have broken, and take half of your stuff. Just straight up. And now try it and survive. But again, communism is like, well, we're all kind of working together. We're all getting kind of equal share. And the expectation sometimes is you have to perform to a certain level, and people will help you if you're not performing well. It's actually the opposite of what you expect. You're not going to break an expectation if you're not feeling well. You know what I mean? People are trying to be helpful. That's the only way that communism can actually succeed. But if people have an expectation that you have to work, that does not work in communism. Does not work. There's no such expectation you have to go to work. If you're not feeling well, people have to help you. They just have to take care of you all of a sudden. You have to be helped in communism. That's important. In communism, you have to be helped. If you can't really work, contribute, right? You have to be helped. Because this is an investigation going on all of a sudden. Are you really incapable of contributing, or are you just fooling around? Like, it's simple. It's a simple investigation going on. And your privacy is broken. You lose privacy. In capitalism, you probably get privacy in general. But even that's kind of weird. Is it possible all of a sudden nothing happens? Could it be possible? Is that it's your problem now, basically? You create your own problems. So it's possible, potentially possible, if you are not performing, you will have a hard time. You will end up on the street asking for money, and that is going to be your performance, basically. You have to keep on performing, doing something, contributing something, and getting money out of it. People are doing it right now still. We live in capitalism, surrounded with capitalism, all over the place. Internet just a new wave of this fucking stupid, weird things, and people contribute. It's like, buy my DVD, but now it's buy my fucking game or something. Download this, download that, whatever. So, performance pretty hardcore right now. If you're not performing, you're gonna lose. You're gonna have a hard time. I'm trying. Now the fingers are pointing at me and I'm scared. What else do I do? Maybe I'm just begging on the streets of the internet right now. Should get out of here. I'm embarrassed. But this is fucking not embarrassing at all. I'm just trying to fucking understand. I'm just realizing something, Oh, I was on the street this whole time. Let me steal your money right now. Just through the screen, my hand comes in. Oh, here's your wallet. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day. I just need your wallet, that's all I need. Just please give it to me. Okay. So I can feel safe. That's what you have to understand about capitalism. All of a sudden people don't care. They stop caring, basically, about you. Because you have to perform. Everyone expects people to perform. It's ridiculous. I get it. It's ridiculous for me as a thinker. So I'm an exception, okay? Stop burning me. Stop expecting that I'm supposed to perform. You fucking assholes. This is why I am so fucking angry. There's always an exception to the rule. And if people don't know what the exception is, I understand that you don't have society anymore. You know, I fucking understand now. Oh, so you don't have society. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You still haven't finished that part. Because if the clock tries to tick forward, I'll punch you in the face. Okay? You'll face me, buddy. Basically. This is what's gonna happen. So let's remind people of the clock. 1.4 to... Da-da-da-da-da-da. 2-4. Oh wait, someone punched clock in the face. Turn back. Okay, someone's not happy with how things worked out. Okay, I'm not happy. I feel quite a lot of suppression is happening, but at least it's fucking super silence. Maybe I'm just not performing to a big enough audience or whatever. Wah. You know. But I don't know how to get confidence, courage that easily. Not confidence, courage. Confidence allows me to talk. Courage allows me to go out into the public. Okay, you must not expect courage from me because courage destroys my thoughts immediately and makes me think of very bad things. But you want to escape this time, capitalism, and go progress more forward? No, because you asked me to perform. I will perform. One punch, one kill, basically. I will perform. You know, you don't just go somewhere. You have to let everyone be ready. And everyone has to be, you know, appreciated if they're capable of moving forward. That's it. It's like, can you move now? Have you done your thing? Society's moving now. Wow, okay. Yeah, maybe I am ready to punch you in the face, Mr. Clock. Now, 5 years from now, we're gonna progress as human beings? No. My fist is gonna progress as a human being. My fist is gonna become a human being all of a sudden. All up in your face. You're gonna kiss my face. I mean fist. Immediately it's getting its own face, I guess. I have two faces now. It's like, yeah, my fist is gonna be the ultimate meme. Some say, some call it the bro fist, the long lost bro fist, okay? Only number one can give a bro fist, and I control T-Series, so, or will control next year. So, believe me, I got the fist. I got the fist power. Just stop time for a second. Oh, I just stopped time. I can get whatever I want. You know, that can happen. This can fucking happen. You know, I punch the clock so hard, I live in paradise for unknown amount of time. Literally just stop time. I do whatever I want, but while I walk through, the world can move forward if they want. But I'll keep punching clocks while I move. Hey, look at you. Nice clock you have there. Poof. Hey, look at you, buddy. Poof. Yeah, that's good. That's good time, man. I feel like in paradise. I feel like I'm traveling right now. From 9/11 straight to paradise. Mwah. Sexuality in between, right there. Beautiful. Yeah, self-esteem. High level, obviously, someone can show up and punch me in the face and be like, haha, I can do it too. Yeah. That's the whole point. Is learning how, when to do it, why. You have to establish all these things. And finally, above all else, the governism. Nobody knows that. What is this? What is that? China. Hello. Hi, China. Oh, China. Why did you turn into chicken all of us? What? I just wanted to type China. Hi, China. Chicken. Okay. Hi, chicken. Ching chong chicken. What is governism? Tell me. I think they know better than we do. But they don't, because most countries are suffering from, oh, we don't have a society, so we're gonna torture and kill each other until we realize, oh, we should stop and seek society. You know, until our people gonna realize, oh, we should run and seek for an escape. Please, take us, aliens. Please. You're not supposed to go out and protest in the streets. I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing that's kind of universally is true. Unless you have a community and you're protesting out of your country, okay? Don't attack something and pretend that you're making some kind of movement if you're not attacking an escape route, okay? You're all grouped up, the country's on fire, you're trying to escape. Congratulations, you can do that. You can try and do that. Maybe you can break some walls with that sort of protest bullshit going on. But if you're not breaking walls, don't protest. Okay? Potentially just what Berlin Wall fell down and everyone is like, protest is good. Well, protest is gonna fuck you in the ass. If you're gonna do stupid things, government is like, oh, more governism, please. Yes, thank you. I'll write a check for that. I'll give you a big fat tip for some governism right now. Because everyone is out there protesting, I'm just eating my meal. You know, that's how government feels like. Oh, you trying so hard. I'm just a meme. Me is just a meme. I just throw a meme and everyone fucking comply. Please comply, you go. You go to rejection camp. You have to know how to protest. There's a lot of people. You must escape, you know, you have to unite as a fist and escape the wall. Just like every Chinese person. That's why we built wall. We built walls so you try escape, you know? Very good. Chinese motherfuckers. Yeah, we built wall. Now try escape, motherfucker. That's what governism is. And welcome. Donald Trump, baby. You know, Donald Trump is so encouraged to build a wall. But he doesn't know how to do it. He's just barking at China, and it's like, wall is good, right? Wall is a good idea. China. Hey, Donald Trump, can you build bigger wall? Wow. Wow, man. We enslaved our country. We made sure that the population growth is extreme compared to America. But you think you can build a bigger wall? What a loser, man. We build walls on everything and everywhere, except we tap into TikTok. TikTok is our jam. You know what I mean? Donald Trump, yeah, it's our jam. So here you go. Build a bigger wall. That's what governism is, just a bunch of walls trying to trap you. But what is the good side of governism? Because, fuck, you know, obviously, governism, after everything is built, once technology, just, it's straightforward, basically. And this is why technology breaks government, okay? Technology breaks government because your wish I don't know, I just wanted to say come true, but like comes true and the government disappears. It's like, well, you fulfilled my wish. Let's bye government. See you later. It's communism time. Now it's communism time. Well, no, it's well, the clock is gonna go to communism very soon, as you can tell. Ultra mega communism. I hope you like it. Right now it's socialism because it's everywhere is random everything, so you don't really know where society exists right now. You're like, look around, where is society? There's a lot of people, but that doesn't mean there's society right now. Especially when the government is active. Okay? You don't know where society is anymore. It's not just about, oh, these people are not at war. No, that's not it. Society's literally were you capable of acquiring enough technology to just chill, basically. Sit down and chill. Right now, to find society, you hoard tech and chill. If you can't do that, well, fuck it. You gotta leave. So I came back home and I'm like, I have enough tech. I can make rant videos. Let's chill. You know, I hoard enough tech. Maybe I'll have better opportunities to hoard tech. You know, that's what you're chasing next, and this is where you're gonna find society every single step of the way. Someone is gonna drop you some tech, and you're gonna inhabit it somewhere. Like, who knows, right? Some YouTuber is gonna be like, well, this guy is working so hard, I'm gonna give him something. Congratulations. Where do I have to go to acquire that thing? You know, I might have to go somewhere because of that. But this is the main way to capture me as a rat. If you're really down for this game. Of what is my cheese? My cheese. Okay? If I'm a rat, here's my cheese. All you have to give me is fucking tech. A tech apartment. Okay? And still, you have to talk to me like for hours. And appreciate my needs, basically. Like, you get it. It's not gonna be easy at all. It's not gonna be like, oh, I promise you something. Now I can capture you like a rat. No, you can't. I don't think so. I think I'm a little bit smarter than that. But, well, you're gonna learn tricks from me as well. If you're really evil. If you're really just here for farts. Oh, man. Well, buckle up. Being evil is hard. I respect you. Oh, shit. Hour number 2. We almost broke. So you, as Border Patrol, what you have to understand, it's a nasty little motherfucker that people have to deal with and comply and be really fucking smart about it. Really educate themselves. This is literally an education course of how do you treat police like shit to the max and get away with it. Okay, this is your fucking challenge. Just shit on police as much as you want because for some reason they exist right in your face. And they feel that, oh, I have guns and I have power. I can use it now against you. Blah, blah, blah. If you don't like this, it disappears. Just poof. You know, but this is probably more than that. There's plenty of conspiracies to be made out of thin air. So this is definitely one of those to have fun with. A lot of thin air right here. A lot of. Almost thick. But it's just pathetic, honestly. I mean, that's just another form of suppression. Government is full of shit like this. A bunch of suppression, a bunch of stupid decisions, a bunch of, please stay away from this thing because we want to make border zone really, really big, so you have to really dismantle your town and move away. just dismantle it and move. You know you have to do it now. Because these fucking people are fucking psychos about it. They're insane. They will never stop, basically. So about the border thing, Border Zone is a game that I played and I liked it. Okay, just like Borderlands. But I played specifically Border Zone and I remember I enjoyed it a little bit. But just so you know, psychos never stop. Okay, if they establish some kind of border zone, leave it. It's game over now. But if they... And you have to establish border zone against them, trying to expand the border zone now. You have to play the same fucking game, right? Against the psycho. It's like, okay, I will leave, but now I'm emotionally unstable. I want a lot of things to change. And, yeah, once you move, you realize, wow, I really fucking hate moving. And I hate these people for forcing that sort of behavior. And you have to now use that emotion to fight back, to establish something greater than what they have made. And this is how you outplay people. Just build something better than what they have. This is what I'm trying to do in Hearthstone every day. Every day I open it up. Maybe I'll build something greater. But it never happens. But maybe I'm not trying hard enough. But yeah, people break the game so badly. Just the only thing I can build is arena deck. And go fight. Bare fists, basically. Fuck those guns. Always so unfair. No, but yeah. Let's keep going. So, it's definitely Upon is just a game that I enjoyed and it disappeared for sure. Okay. It was a gift for my birthday of some kind. Maybe 14th birthday, who knows. I had a PC back then, so... Fuck yeah, dude. It's good to get a game. It's good to get a gift for a birthday. That's crazy. That is some fucking badass stuff. To be appreciated. To be thrown back. To not think about some fucking border zone somewhere in US where I really can't observe it right now. I'm sorry about that. I really can't comment on this thing right now. I literally can't comment on anything, but I have to educate you about, you know, what governism is. So what governism is trying to take away from you if you're a bad person? We recognize that if you're not performing in communism, you're just gonna have a hard time because you don't have money anymore. The money runs down and down and down, and you go into poverty. So the capitalism. I was talking about capital. So capitalism actually creates poverty. It defines poverty. Can you imagine? It defines it. But if we don't actually define it properly, and we're not like, oh, if you are homeless, you have to just perform as best as you can, whatever you can, just to start this kind of weird, wacky business on the streets. And we have to help. This is very educational for people who want to help homeless. To help homeless people, help them perform against capitalism. Okay. Now you fighting against capitalism a little bit to open their eyes. Maybe they'll see. Scott Pilgrim reference, by the way. When he beats the first X. So it's really low tier reference. Fuck this shit. So what does governism do when you misbehave? Oh boy. Now we are in the rabbit hole of history, guys. So 1.4 is governism unleashed for a long, long time for us. But it has just 60 years of history left to waggle its tail. But it has been around for a long time. Literally, the moment America shows up, governism shows up. It's like, whoa, we have another huge country that's gonna engage in socialism. Let's do it differently this time. Let's freeze it the moment we feel like it. You know, freeze, guys. We'll take everything now. Chinese come in. We take everything. Oh, you can continue now. And then America just behaves as normal and then freeze again. And China keep fucking doing that. And it's like, American hearts are stopping because of the debt they had. I mean, basically it's to China. American debt stops people's hearts. Yeah, there's a looming fucking Chinese motherfucker. Or clock. They can snap their fingers and stop you. And make you just, you know, vulnerable to abuse. How do you fight against that? And America literally has been created that way, but nobody actually expected America to just kind of finish the circle of everything, of all four elements. America, Russia, China, and Europe combined to four elements. They will rule the world now as the lands. As the lands of the world. Wow. Nobody expected that. So Chinese are like, well, we can beat it, but we can't really attack it. Because then we break the cycle. And that's it. Congratulations, we're in a stalemate again. But this creates a stalemate. Okay. So in order to understand governism, which people don't know what it is yet, as you can tell, because the word does not exist. So we have a stalemate, and thus the governism begins. This is where a bunch of towns and cities are established since capitalism, and now they're competing against each other. Now they're eventually the equality shuts down the competition and equalizes everything, but you don't know that. It's so fucking interesting. You don't know that. New World Order. The game of equality. It's already here. I said it. You know, game of equality. Welcome to the game of equality. Welcome to the game of equality. The New World Order. Every single time, everyone gathers up who still has the ability to control the rest of the world, basically. Who has enough punch to create equality. Everyone gathers up. And nobody knows about that, by the way. You can call it Bilderberg, I don't know. Nobody knows, okay? But it's happening because it has to happen. That's the only way that governism can actually operate. If it equalizes everything, and everyone agrees to be peaceful too, in a way. See, that's the point. Because otherwise, the war breaks loose. The main purpose of governism is to avoid war. Okay, because then the inequality, then you shatter the cyclical nature of all these four regions, basically. You don't want that to happen. If you're part of the government, I'm sorry about that. It's a cyclical nature, though, so some countries are going to be more problematic than others in different periods of time. And they have to be equalized. And we fight that with rant videos. Congratulations to me, I'm a very successful fighter. And essentially, it grows. That sort of behavior grows. The sort of performance need grows. I'll get my share of performance, whatever. But we have to take responsibilities. Okay? This is a message for everyone. Because right now we're talking about a word that's active right now. And you might not even know about it because it's not emotionally available. You have to really just smash through a bunch of walls to realize, wait, there were walls beyond your fucking understanding. And here's one of them. Rank motherfucking B. Border zone. Antarctic Wall Treaty. Huh? All of a sudden, the simple conspiracy that people are guarding Antarctic Wall and the Earth is flat, yeah, that too. But it doesn't seem so crazy anymore because governments have to unite for one thing only: equality. Now, one thing only. You don't know what happened in the past. You don't know what history looks like in its entirety. Absolutely not. So you don't know what sun and moon is. You don't know what is the shape of the Earth because you've never been to space. So what kind of conclusions can you draw? I can only draw that Antarctica is a pretty fucking cold place, and government is definitely not encouraging us to go there. That's one thing. And there's land out there. We could establish in there, but we're not doing that. That's all I need to know. That's all I need. That's the border zone. That's the true border zone. And otherwise we have some regions. It's equalized every now and then. However, these things happen, I don't know. I don't need to know. Because governism is just super mysterious force. See, that's how it operates. Only if governism can properly hide, then it's fully effective. Okay? If you can hide a lie, it becomes reality. Right? If you can hide a lie. Remember that part. But, yeah. I guess I'll have to separately write it down. If you hide a lie, it becomes reality. Here you go. Ching chong chicken, motherfuckers. Governism. And China has extreme form of governism where they build walls even for their own country. But this is just a very good indication of how it all works across the entire world right now. We build borders to make sure we stay in shape. Okay? We stay in shape because capitalism is over. Enough taking over of lands, and we have to now establish better technologies and not some stupid not supposed to expand because it's ripping apart our society all of a sudden. So governism shows up when we can't expand anymore, but that's kind of... I am being consumed by flat Earth right now. Like, whoa. I'm being thrown away into this land of endless possibilities, you know. But you have to discover it first. It's not that easy. And the lands are gonna discover me and fucking attack me. I will test you now, child. You will die now. You went too far. Yeah. Just call me New World Order if you want. Leave me alone. I'm just a game developer. Remember? Ah, okay, that's right. Lie to yourself. Become reality. No. Why no? This is the conversation that you're gonna have, and people gonna fucking call you crazy, but government probably controls some next level technology and hides it. Like, let's face it, magic is out there. And you don't know what's actually possible right now. And potentially government holds a much higher tier, or governism holds much higher tier of technology than you can identify right now. What it does and how it works and how much influence it has. So that is the equality games. Governism, just like God, tries to stay away from everything and not interfere at all. Because the moment you see it, you're like, I want it. And that's the worst thing ever. They don't want you to want it, okay? Governism doesn't want to be seen and give up its powers. But that's why they have the powers, because they hide it very well. They're just very good. Very good people. And I can't say anything else because they hide it. The rest of their identity is just good people. Good at what? I don't know. That's where they're good people. Okay? So, now, we didn't expect to bump into that. Okay? A new world order of invisible people ruling the world with unbelievable next tier technology. Yes. Yes. And yes. And now the real deal is trying to contact these people, because it's almost impossible to see invisible people, but they see you. They're observing you constantly, and they're looking for you, and they're looking for me too, but they're scared of me because I am too vocal about everything, so I'm not surprised if... But don't be surprised if I disappear all of a sudden as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if I disappear. But again, I have to be vocal and actually communicate to you what kind of deal I am getting out of this. Like, none of this make any sense to me, so they don't want me. Especially when I'm 25 years old. I'm just a creator level person. At least to myself. I'm not like ready for authority. Purpose of some kind. Disappear into nothingness. But it's possible, right? It's just possible. Whatever ways you think of it is possible, it's possible. To just disappear. And live a completely next level life. But now as an invisible person. What? Would I trade in that sort of lifestyle? I don't know. But this is something very much worth thinking about. So, here's a thought for you. Would you live as an invisible person with next level technology? You have to maintain your invisibility, but for that you get next level technology. You're on the edge of technology basically all the time. You're better than the rest of the fucking population, but you have to remain invisible. Would you do it? Would you do it that way? The answer is obviously no, because there's the next level above that. Above these invisible people. We haven't finished socialism yet. We haven't finished the randomness that is going on in the world itself as a whole. The world is still quite random, and we have to communicate as our best trait at the moment. We don't have expectations, actually. If we strip away everything, we don't have any expectations or any establishment whatsoever. Everything is quite random. If you don't have expectations, it's random. That's it. It's just how it, if it's very, very emotionally based, it's very random. Anyone can just, oh, I need to establish this sort of wish come true, you know, like, if this is still happening in the world, we ruled over socialism. Who are these people? We're already facing invisible people at rank tier 3. At tier 4, what kind of people are we facing? Facing with genie bottles, super ultra wish masters, fucking aliens at this point that can get to shapeshift based on their emotions. Yes, and yes, and yes, yes, and yes. Shape-shifting demons. They can get whatever they want. Be careful. There you go. Yeah, they're out there. Shape-shifting demons. Now, these are kind of like invisible people. You don't want to be an invisible person. Just so you know. Just so you know. Everything that I talked about was the alien invasion. Everything I have said is alien invasion. I told you what kind of beings are in this reality right now. They're evil. They're not good. You don't want to be invisible and hide technology from us. Are you fucking stupid right now? Like, whoa, yes. Give us technology. It's gonna help us live. Obviously. Just don't give us fucking destructive technology. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just give us the non-destructive technology. Empower us with our lives. It's hard. It's hard, but you have to do it. Yeah, I hope shape-shifting demons are not going to attack me right now. You can always feel them. They will always make themselves very visible to you. Okay? Yeah, oh my god. I'm tingling like crazy right now. But I have to fucking make sure this video is legit. And by the way, you can become a shape-shifting demon too if you just sell your soul to evil. Okay? Yeah. And a lot of people who are around me and want to talk to me, they don't know what they're facing. I'm tier 4. That means the only way you're gonna fight me against me, and if you really want to fight me, you will turn into shape-shifting demon. That doesn't mean you're gonna stay there at tier 4. You don't know what happens when your shapeshift wears off. Will you still be a human being after all of this? As tier 4 person, I am surrounded by demons. And it's not fun. Okay? Because I know a lot of people are actually turning into demons straight away just to attack me. And I know them. And, they're gonna get hurt. Because I'm not a fucking demon. I don't know how to do it. I don't necessarily want to know how to do it. You know, how do you become a demon? I just know that sort of behavior actually is possible. Just anything is possible, almost. But that doesn't mean you should do it, because it's not normal. And it's not an expectation. It's just you are destroying your body by doing it, potentially. It's like turning into Super Saiyan. What if you explode? Jesus Christ. Maybe just dyeing your hair is fine, but don't explode, okay? Jesus. Can you really take on the next tier? But again, we literally just walked across border zone. All the way into magical realm of governism. All the things that you don't know and you don't want to know. But let's know about it anyways. This is disgusting, man. This is so scary to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Did I say I'm scared? I'll just say it. I am scared. And that means I'm going the right direction, pretty much. Scared? Is that... I'm scared. I know I have to face a lot of fucking evil, just like everyone else, in these sort of positions of high responsibility. You have to become a superhero. Knowing that superheroes are real. That's not the scary part, but they're real for a reason to fight against this sort of bullshit. And all the scary stories are kind of real, kind of. They can consume you really quickly, and it's like, wait, is this real? What do I have to experience? Your body's quickly like, can I handle this? It's almost like an experience is being offered to you. So you literally have to go through the same experience as I do. This is like an offer for you. Can you really do this? Then we can move forward. Yeah, we are climbing a crazy fucking mountain. I have still 30 minutes to reach rank S and then reach rank X. Oh no, not the X, guys. Don't give me the X. It's the worst. But we're actually going forward now. Beyond the fucking... You can see how much magic is entangling itself into this thing. I'll take a brick. I will take a brick now. And just pretend that I'm just collecting more data, okay? I solved all those 3 issues I wanted. Sometimes you just gotta pretend. Everything is fine. Nothing is on fire. And my heart is not exploding right now. Whew, I'm a bad liar. But maybe that's a lie. Maybe that's a lie. Ah! Please, Selena, don't tell me that was a lie, dude. You're a bad liar. No. Who the flip are you? Who the hell are flipping you? Okay, 10-10. 10-10, bitch. I can remix that. I can remix. If we get to an X, I'll remix Jake Paul real quick. But his fucking rap is so horrible and full of insecurities. Everyone is full of insecurities, but the craziest thing when a narcissist cannot be well known, make himself well known. Like, yeah, Jake Paul is well known, but it's for what? You know, for promoting his merch. What? I know I can dab on haters now. Because of him? No? I don't know what happened. Let's go back to fucking governism. Way more fun. Fucking tackling Jake Paul. What the fuck is that? Capitalism, dude. Let's try and wrap ourselves around with as many friends, as many girlfriends, and shiny cars. And dab on all the haters. Basically every insecurity ever. In one song, Jake Paul shows every insecurity ever. So this is why he's famous, basically. That's what he's famous for. Dab it on haters is that key part in unlocking the rest of the lyrics of his introductory song, and that's where his career died real fast. Let's hope he's dabbing really hard on me right now. Fuck yeah, dude. Anyways, what are we gonna handle this time? Well, let's put a play button. Actually, not a play forward button. We're gonna handle police brutality. They're just enforcing the law, but like, you don't understand. How can a fucking 13-year-old from TikTok have a Discord channel? That's police brutality right there. That's someone that has to be ripped apart from the internet. Sometimes we need more policing, sometimes we need less. It's just Just because you have a lot of fans doesn't mean you can just jump on the internet and get your official train station. Come to us. No, because I feel like this is a perfect playground for predators to just take away our rights. If you're getting closer to a little child who cannot take care of themselves, be cautious, you know. Like, if someone clearly can't take care of a Discord channel, having a Discord channel, not your level, okay? It's not a talented person's level. You have to ask a professional to do it for you, to give you a branch. But it will belong to me, basically. So here you go. Police brutality. So, honest, I don't even want to talk about it, actually. We're gonna go back. This is A rank, bitch. We're going back to TikTok. So, if a talented person, TikTok star, or whatever, an example, wants a Discord, ask creator to do it for you. You have to ask a higher tier person to actually do it for you. You just attend a little shit on the internet. And that's it. Just collecting eyeballs. That's what you can do as a talented person. But stop thinking that you need a fucking server to let people talk with each other, because they don't do that. They abuse and harass every which way they fucking figure out how to do. And you can't stop that either. You know, you have to find the creator that can stop it in a creative way. In a way that nobody gets really offended. And the policing is super smooth. Buttercut, baby. Not a buttercup, a buttercut. That's so smooth. You fucking split apart the stupid portion, the toxic portion of the well-ripe apple. And the rest is fucking fruit. You can eat it now. Wow. But this part, not good. Anyways. So we're gonna move forward. I mean, I don't like coronavirus. I don't like police brutality. Over-enforcement of police is kind of worth talking about. So, what is over-enforcement and how to deal with it? That is a much bigger... It's almost like a level of a scam, basically. What is a scam? How do you avoid scams? Well, how do you avoid government creeping with its power and shutting you down with their weird ideologies? Government is somewhat open sometimes for a talk, just like, you know, I suggested. It's probably potentially possible to get a little bit of talk every year or so. Hopefully they don't fucking shut down your rights at the same time or look at you funny. Oh, you have been in the hospital. You should be eating medicine. No, I should be a normal fucking human being first. And if I can be a normal human being, you have to treat me as such. Despite whether I eat medicine or not, it's my personal business, by the way. So, a lot of things are personal business. It has nothing to do with your incapacity and all of a sudden over-enforcement can crack down on you. Shut you down because you're not respectful enough. Nobody cares. I don't know. We're gonna start tackling this issue, basically. But it's a lock, so I don't know exact answer. We might be able to just move on. Can we ignore it, though? No, I don't want police knocking on my door all the time. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid at this point. It is someone wasting their time. With a high power level person wasting their time. That's pretty cute. And, the best way to deal with over enforcement is over enforcement. Just enforcing everyone, just becoming the government, basically, and asking for police to show up for stupid occasions until they start, you know, harassing you for doing it. But it's fine. Call police many, many times until they fucking learn the lesson. Now, that's my mom. That's my mom's behavior, and I don't fucking like it at all. Because I have to deal with it most of the time. But it's not like directly either. So it's just super confusing. It's not like she's a bad person, but she's not good either. Not good enough to fucking hold a family together. That's for sure. And so I don't know if I can have a family at all, or if I need one, or I know a definition of what a family is. I know nothing anymore about that stuff. But that has nothing to do with over-enforcement anyways, but it doesn't have anything to do with me, because I don't know anything about these sort of things. Okay? I don't know what's possible, what's impossible. What's ridiculous, what's kind of okay, but it's always going to be ridiculous. Because government not going to care unless it's ridiculous. So, technically, there's another portion of the government that's also made everything ridiculous. I was thinking about the idea of like, oh, you really, really have to be with your children, or police is gonna, or some parent is gonna abuse you for. Well, I have to stick with my child. Why not you? Basically, this sort of stuff happening. Okay, I have to do something. Why not you? And then it's a simple fucking deal, right? Pay me. It's a very simple card you play against that other person. If they're rich, or they're capable of also handling your needs at the same time, which is taking care of a child and not calling police on that shit. It's crazy. The craziest part about police, and why police over-enforces themselves, most of the time, the target has a hard pass base. It's just like with the border zone in US. How do you loosen up the target? How do you place the target back on the policeman himself? What kind of place can you make to flip the table around? To change this, to remove the target from yourself, at least. What kind of things can you do? You're not being told those things. Then police is not being told those things. And then both of you are playing game of who kills who first, who kills who the most. Because none of you know what you're doing anymore. So the reason why over-enforcement happens is basically police self-esteem is toxic. That's what it is. And you have to sit down and educate. Okay, so I don't want to be the target. I want you to be the target for making me the fucking target, and so on. You just keep educating them as much as possible. It's ridiculous, but you know, you gotta fuel the fires. You want to be a policeman? Okay. You want to be a policeman? Here's a tree for your fires. Why not throw a little forest in there? just something to think about. Maybe you can handle it. Maybe it's fine for you. Just throw a forest. It's so annoying, but you literally have to do that. If you can handle all these fucking issues, then yeah, you can put me as a target. Because you can handle all these issues and you still want to be a policeman against me. You know what's up? A policeman usually is an attack person on a specific target that's easy to negate, basically. It's a negation card. But it's a really rough one too. If people just find targets everywhere, fucking stupid, man. But why not you? This is a stupid card. If this is getting enforced, you have to run from the country. It's game over, basically. I want justice. Why this person doesn't do exactly what I do? Well, they're different, obviously. In most cases, fucking end up that. You just need a little bit of investigation of, like, what's different between you and I. And that you have to do all by yourself, too. Not involving police. If someone is doing that, you gotta run. Somehow. Escape. I might have to escape my fucking home. If I could. But I have to deal with the consequences now, because I don't know what to do anymore. I don't give a fuck about this life. Because life is not treating me very well. So, fuck it, just sit here and rant. That's what I do. That's what I can relate to. Wow. So, no play. But this is kind of like a vector, a push of what you might want to know. So it's backwards. Back to the same video I made about TikToks. We're gonna reach to rank S, and you're just not supposed to be here. And now it means something completely different, and I love it. You're not supposed to be here. You immediately imagine a policeman right now. Oh, okay, let's feed you a fucking forest. Here's a forest. But I'm probably not gonna reach rank S anyways. I have 18 minutes. We're gonna sit here with the policeman until I'm free to go. I show my patience. Yeah, but how do you fight back against this thing? Or how do you escape a policeman? Silence works. Everything works, technically. All manipulation works, basically. Just like a target. If you can manipulate yourself as a target, because you know who you are. It's like you guilty because you're suspects. Always. The policeman just doesn't fuck around. He puts you on a guilt trip. But even that, I don't even want to talk about it. It's so stupid. I just know I'm gonna fight back against this, like, straight up. It's gonna be a stupid fight. It's not gonna be something intelligible at all. A policeman has to earn respect. Otherwise, they're the target. So, right now, they are the target. And it's gonna be fixed, potentially. Just, we don't know who's gonna fix it the best. That sort of stuff. We know they're the target now. But what else do we have to think about? Because government is trying to always be invisible force. But most of the time government does not have the next level technology. It's just because they're not invisible too. If they would be invisible, that would be fucking crazy. It's a completely different level, basically. Government is made out of old people who don't know jack shit. They just know how to change things, make decisions, essentially, if they're presented with one. But that doesn't mean it's going to make you a better decision. It's more like a what's more emotionally shutting down decision. What can shut up most people? What can essentially become the biggest trick for that moment? Because they have to trick themselves too to keep their job, to keep their integrity. I can't even put it down right now. Seems a little bit too vague. Old people trying to trick emotional people. I don't know. We did cover every ism there is in terms of establishment, and that capitalism is kind of active right now. Governism is gonna take place, has been taking place throughout history significantly now, and has given us certain technologies and certain problems at the same time. I don't know, man. Feels bad. I feels like I would rather distract myself with anything else. Let's play a game of nuking the government. Like, but that's the whole point. You can trick my emotions, but I will bring them back. How do I do that? Technology, baby. Technology fixes everything. You can shut us down now and isolate us from each other, but we'll figure out how to bring those emotions back and just fight back again and again and empower ourselves with technology. And that's that one fucking factor you have to empower yourself with, or you will be screwed. You have to learn everything that I've learned. Everything. That's important to me. That helps me fucking move forward. This huge mountain. Climb up and up. It's getting harder, obviously, because the problem seemingly got solved and seemingly became irrelevant, and at the same time, it's haunting you and slowing you down. It's just, it gets a lot harder. Simply. Why? Just the same goes with sexuality. Why? What happened? And that is the actual topic we covered previously. So maybe we can have a few cards that are playable here. The rights. How do you fight for your rights? First you have to define what is actually valuable. The most valuable things in your life. Okay. Most valuable things in your life. Not minorities. Are worth fighting for. Usually not minorities, okay? Sometimes could be minority. Sometimes could be a very small thing that you're fighting for, but that's also rare. Just minorities are minor in comparison to most valuable things. Very rarely will you find. It's like a mining expedition all of a sudden. You have to find this perfect minority who perfectly represents a perfectly minor thing, okay? How are you gonna find that? That's impossible. But why do I bring this up right now? How does it fit? That's the trick, baby. Government wins every time you turn to minority as your values. That's it. Government locks you down if you don't defend your fucking values at all. locks you down. I am my own minority. Government can detect me and be like, oh shit, there's nothing left to fucking break down anymore. But government loves breaking down society. It's just their go-to, basically. They're, whatever they like the most. Or S. This is fucking weird. Why is this or S? Why is this or S the detective? What the what? Are you fucking serious right now? Let's put it in. And he's gonna secretly say, I love deleting society. But let's say breaking down into minorities, and then minority becomes the value system, and everything else gets shut down, and we're like, oh wait, but what about my now government has it. Congratulations, you lose basically. But then we reset the game, so I guess Americans are really keen on resetting the game, and if you're not, then you're in trouble, because that's the only thing that would matter in this position, right? Everything is so bad. You hold on to minorities to make it, to play the end game, basically. That's it. By the way, you're not supposed to be here. This guy not supposed to be here. What the fuck is this emoji doing? How? Fucking magic, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Why when I say puzzle, it doesn't show up? But when I say jigsaw, it does show up, you know? Why is this motherfucker ambiguous? What a fucking... How? Or S. What's the next letter, motherfucker? What's your next letter? Spy. Or spy. Damn, dude. But that's not the full word. Motherfucker, dude. What ends with or and goes with spy? Motherfucker, man. Government or spy, man. That's what it is. Okay. See, but at least I unlock... Are you kidding me? Okay, I get it. Someone's also spying on me right now. As I climb the rest of the mountain, I have 6 minutes. That's impossible. Well, that's good riddance, I guess. Stupid game anyways. I'm not supposed to nuke the government completely, just like I did with 9/11. Well, I'm gonna nuke everything that concerns TikTok and time for a new society or whatever. I love breaking down society. It's true. I mean, it's really tough to know where to go next. But if you choose minority, that's fucking crazy, dude. That is mental. I don't want to play your endgame, dude. I'm willing to see the Hunger Games. It's gonna unleash. But whatever. It's not my game, dude. So, where do I go then? We could still use the other thing. The other X I've reached. Nothing works at this point anymore. I can't talk about government. Let's put it that way. Let's say I have been shut up at this point. Let's say I have contracted a spy just by going all the way up here. I know how to play a quality game now. I learned that as a lesson. Okay? We set a certain price. What do I get for that price? Just bring all kinds of meals. Play this game against corporations. Play this. Insert your authority now. If you have money to spend, give me money, okay? Shut the fuck up now. I didn't say you can spend it. I said you can imagine spending, going to McDonald's and like, what can I get for $10? Give me all orders for $10. Give me 10 best orders, most popular orders of $10 each. Spend $10 making them. If it doesn't fit, maybe try and fit it, you know? Like a Tetris block. Just fit them all together. It's an amazing game. A quality game is brilliant. And that's what government's supposed to play every day. So you want something to do, government? Here you go. A fucking game to play. It's incredible. I'll give you the star. Easy. Do I have to star everything in here? Potentially no. Alright. I feel good enough about myself already. I just scratched an X. I have 3 minutes. Yeah, it's very scary. I could take a break any moment. Because we're wrapping it up. Makes no sense. But my love to fight the government, now maybe that's something I can tap into. I mean, you escape the government. You comply, but you kind of have to comply, but not fully comply, hopefully. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to fight with, and none of this makes any sense. Do you comply fully or do you not comply fully? What is that? Do you demand something? What do you do in a governism situation in the first place? What is happening? Because I wouldn't know how to deal with police. They have too much power. I just have to ignore their existence. Every time they... Basically, let's put it that way. This is how I feel. Police is a heart stopper. And if you work for police, you have to know who you are. You stop time, you stop hearts, you pretty much can do whatever you want, and we'll hate you forever for it. If you show up in our lives, we'll hate you so fucking hard. We'll throw you a fucking forest. You really want this. You really want to do this. Stopping hearts. Fucking awesome, dude. What is this? Wow. Let's wow on this thing. Beautiful, perfect. Next. Keep climbing. What else do we know? What else am I insecure about? Because every single time you play a card, like, finally, it breaks. It breaks. You figure out someone's identity, you know how to fucking destroy them. Pretty much. But at the same time, it's overwhelming amount of responsibility to play this game every time. There's more and more games. There you go. I'm a creator. This is the level of a creator. What's gonna happen when I'm a fucking manager? What? This is my first year as a creator. Might as well fucking celebrate. It's a party time, motherfuckers. My first year as a creator and government is getting smashed. Look at that. Smashing the government. Did I do a good enough job? Maybe. We at least need to understand what governism is. It's the technological improvement. Every single compliance, you must only comply if you know you're gonna go back to improve technology. If you're being pushed back to improve some kind of technology. If you're like, I'm not taking care of children well enough, I didn't give a big enough phone, you always have to ask those questions, basically. What kind of technology did I not adopt? That's what government most of the time asking you, to adopt more technologies. Good enough. Government is asking for it, okay? More technologies. Remember that. That's how government disappears. And governism disappears. When you have enough technologies. What does that mean? Well, it means you can live sustainably, you can expand yourself, detect basically values in a way that you can now employ yourself and enforce the law all by yourself. You don't even need police. You become the police. You defeat the government and police at the same time. Technically, police is ICE, but I don't see it that way myself. I see it as fire. So, it's a little bit more complicated in my brain right now. What is this? Is government really tied directly? And you have to talk with a police person to be able to talk with a government person? None of this makes sense to me. This is why I can't climb the mountain this time around. So technically the government is actually winning this one in the end. If I cannot X, I didn't find the actual target. And it's pretty scary too. Which is why I'm not gonna give up. We're overloading. Okay? Over 3 hours. What does that mean? Fuck you, that's what it means. If I hate you, I will overload. This time, nothing works. Only nature can work. Only nature can dictate. If I shut down, I shut down. If I see the end, I have to take the end. But if I don't feel like it's over, I don't take it. I know you can, using technologies, establish your own policing force. Overwatch force. This is what Overwatch means. It's kind of like hacking into reality and finally breaking down the social norms, because those social norms are not normal anymore. Some social norms are not normal anymore. It's almost like I felt everything up to this point as I was starting to play this game. And I was mentioning the God modes, basically the God Act. And I'm also replaying something else very important. One of the craziest fears that as automation becomes stronger and stronger, it's the people that get stronger and stronger. They recognize more things. They identify more things. So let's say I identify if a certain thing is being overwatched or enforced, and if it's not, we do whatever we want with it until it is, and then we scatter. You know, this sort of stuff all of a sudden becomes detectable. You can detect if you can take advantage of something. I'm not proud of writing things down like this, but it's concerning. But it's more power to the people. It's why government is going to disappear. And new problems going to start rising, obviously. It's just I've never tasted society anyways. So I want changes naturally. And I can talk about it. Otherwise you have to fucking shut the fuck up. Because this, what I just said, is ridiculously scary. Let's say people can take advantage of me because I sit alone in my room for too long or something. And they figure out, technologically they detect that I'm vulnerable or something. And they start changing their behavior towards that. And technically, once that technology is established, people can now detect whether I'm breaking some kind of expectation, some kind of community norm, not social norm anymore. The way next level communism, baby. Except, you know, I'm very much willing to work as a person like that, but I will never see it actually happen. So I have to survive more than 60 years for that. I don't know. What else do I know? No. Can I go even scarier than that? Something that we're capable of doing right now or not doing it. And we need to do against the government. We're never gonna walk against the government. It's always gonna be for technology, not against something. This is why we choose minorities so often. We try and protect something, but we don't realize what's actually important. This is why black lives don't matter at all. Do black lives matter? Really? Do I have to fucking... No, this question matters, at least. And that is why Black Lives Matter is a thing, but that does not make it true. We can appreciate minorities for surviving. We have to still figure out whether it was fair or not. And because I didn't live in US, I don't know what's fair. I honestly don't. You have to just dive in and figure out what skills people have, how they're using it, and how they want to unleash their powers now that everyone is focused on minorities. Because it's more of a focus. It's not something you can actually do. Besides, you are doing some stupid shit like, oh, look at my sexuality, look at my color of skin, look at my certain type of identity that I have over-identified myself on something. That's the real problem that I found with sexuality. People are okay with destroying their identities. And this is where this demonic thing comes from. Because You can put 666 on your fucking forehead. Okay, everywhere. Or all kinds of stupid things. And probably 666 only stands for sex, 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 basically. That's what it stands for. Just something rotating in your mind and never escaping anymore. And really triggering other people too. If they see this fucking symbolism. Or programming. Or if they feel it. Just all kinds of crazy things start happening. It's already a thing, we just don't know the full extent of it, you know? We don't have the technological extent to feel things. And coronavirus is actually more real than you think. We don't know what it is. Science is trying its best to try and define their fears and their concerns. And all these things are real. Okay. So denying it is just as big of a misdirection as trying to overcompensate that it's a big deal. Ours is real. Just like the real need to adopt technology and repurpose your job towards understanding how to reach better level of technology in your life. It's a very simple thing, and it creates all kinds of fears, because if a majority of public is not capable of handling technology properly, well, we're gonna be screwed. So did we hit the X by overloading, which is not an X anymore? Okay, so we don't hit it. I just quit. See you guys next time.